The Social Development Minister wants more time to investigate flaws in the social relief of distress grant system. This amid claims of rampant fraud. Grade 12 pupils who wrote the National Senior Certificate exams will get their results on the 13th and 14th of January. And around 1.7 million prepaid electricity customers have yet to recode their meter boxes to become paying customers.
And in sport this afternoon, the Proteas are in troubled waters at Kingsmead as the hosts lose 4 wickets for just 80 runs in the opening session of the first test against Sri Lanka.
Lawyers representing lobby group Society for the Protection of Our Constitution say they have received instruction to approach the International Criminal Court regarding the standoff between law enforcement officials and illegal miners in Stilfontein. This is after the Pretoria High Court dismissed the organization's case to compel government to provide humanitarian aid to illegal miners who are still underground. Newzroom Afrika's Refiloe Seboko joins us now with the details. What exactly is the Society for the Protection of Our Constitution saying in terms of instructions they say they have received? Refiloe?
Well, Vuyo, what their concern is that, what they are finding also after engaging with the community members here on the ground and the community members, their concern is that those that are underground, they understand that they have not got any assistance or any aid since almost a week now. You remember that the last time it was indicated that they had last received food, water, medication, amongst others that were sent underground last Saturday. And that is why they are of the view that because of the ongoing operation, preparation for the retrieval seems to be really, be delayed. According to some, it's somewhat going to compromise or even put the lives of those that are underground in danger, and they are just concerned that by the time the retrieval process happens, those that will be brought on the surface, it will be bodies. But the lawyers for the lobby group Society for the Protection of Our Constitution came on site here in Shaft 11, Vuyo, engaged with some community members together with the police. Let's listen in there to Ibrahim Omar in relation to their intention to approach the ICC.
We were told by community members this morning that the last time that there was any reaction or aid to these people was almost more than a week ago. The situation is devastating. People's lives are at risk, and that risk is a continuous risk and runs. At this stage, we are still taking instructions in that regard. We have received instructions to actually approach the International Criminal Court to seek relief.
Refiloe there with that update. We will see, of course, what comes out of this particular attempt by the organization. The last time I spoke to someone who actually shared many of the sentiments, Refiloe, that this organization shared, but there was an acknowledgement that the case they presented before the court wasn't really, as tight, and of course didn't go anywhere near what their own allies thought they could have.
Trying to probe further and speaking to Ibrahim a little bit earlier on, Vuyo, in their confidence in terms of taking this matter forward, considering that on Monday, that ruling by the High Court in favor of various government departments together with subs, somewhat then one could say, even with the police commissioner, deputy commissioner in the process, to say that those that had taken this matter to court, that ruling, and then it proves that that they have failed in trying to force the state to now, provide any relief, basic necessities to those that are underground. Ibrahim indicating that we'll just have to wait and see, because that's the instruction that they got from their client. I mean, just yesterday as well, lawyers for human rights, Mametle Sibei, was also here indicating that they are also going to take the matter forward, approach the courts once again, prepare, papers so that they can, raise and argue this time around to say that maybe the method that was used previously, those of community members retrieving those underground with, trying to save life, it should be brought back while that process of trying to get to the third phase of retrieving those that are underground continues. But, with law enforcement officials on the other side to say the court order that was given there eventually or initially, it was that after the sending or deploying of the mining rescue experts officially, so it instructed that those that don't have emergency service or expertise, they should not come closer to that rescue operation, and that's why it will be handled by those that are authorized to do so. But we see this back and forth, Voyo, I guess, of those that are saying that, law enforcement officials saying that we are going to do this operation in the most sensitive, in a delicate manner, and, we want to save life. We are also not going to allow those that are not allowed closer to the scene to come closer, Voyo. But of their concern is that, people are still underground. There are those that are believed to be still underground, hundreds even. And when there keeps to be this delay, lives are compromised. That's their argument at this moment, Voyo. But we see more court, people approaching the courts or loomings in terms of taking this matter forward. But authorities are saying we are in the process of ensuring that third phase of retrieving those that are underground gets to be done properly, so because there is an analysis of information or details that needs to be done. We are waiting for the report from the expert following that work that was done of clearing the surface, taking the camera underground to ascertain how many people are still there, what is their situation, how many that are still underground, that don't have, the energy or are unable to come back to the surface on their own.
Refiloe there with that update. The Society for the Protection of Our Constitution say they've now received instructions to approach the ICC. We've also, of course, heard from the lawyers for human rights who are also contemplating going to court to ask for humanitarian relief for those illegal miners who are still underground.